Good morning, everybody. After an absolutely wonderful time in Washington State, we find ourselves at Bonners Ferry, Idaho. Now, we're going to go over to Les Schwab Tire Center, get a quick alignment, hopefully, cross our fingers, and beyond that, I have no idea where we're going. So, if you're curious where we end up, stick around. See you in a bit. Apparently, I don't need an alignment. The fine folks over at Les Schwab said that they took a look at the stats from the previous Les Schwab that couldn't do it because they didn't have the tools and said, I'm A-okay. And so we're going to go with that. Now I'm at Safeway right now. I'm going to pick up a couple of supplies. We'll probably swap out our water tanks, make a quick run through the van to make sure that everything is in order, and then we'll hit the road. As I said, I have really no idea where I'm going. We're going to head towards Glacier National Park. Certainly probably not going to make it today. No intention on making it today. But I also have no idea where we're going to end up staying the night. So if you're curious what we come up with, stick around. One of the things that I've noted from my previous trips that can be exhausting is the anxiety associated with having to perpetually keeping hydrated or keeping supplies. And so when I built the van, I made sure that I had enough for 3 of these big blue jugs. 2 of them I keep in the back, and one is connected to a hand pump. And then the other one is actually stored inside the van under a sort of like a nightstand. And all I'm doing here is taking the partially empty jug, putting it back in the van so that I can get to it easily to fill it up on one of my next stops. Libby Montana. We drove a grueling 1 hour to get here. Oh, it's grueling at all. It's beautiful. This might not be what you would consider to be your typical Montana adventure. In fact, we are about 200 yards from Highway 2 right there. We have a cemetery back over here somewhere, and a park over my shoulder over here. Anyway, what a great place to be. $10 a night, fireman's campground, everything that we could need here. And the proceeds apparently go to the local volunteer fire department, so what a great way to spend $10. Anyway, I have to give a shout out to Washington State for that Discover Pass. What an awesome deal that was. I mean, we enjoyed that for about almost 6 weeks, I think. I think the last time that I made a video, we were in a snow park just outside of Wenatchee, by Wenatchee Lake anyway. And from there, we went to Soap Lake, actually Alkali Lake. That was a crazy cool drive. And I think part of the reason that it was so enjoyable was I didn't know what to expect. And what I didn't know is that Soap Lake, Alkali Lake area was part of the largest waterfall in the world during the last ice age. And as a result, the erosion cut a canyon, sort of like a baby Grand Canyon. And you get to camp at the bottom of it. And that's what we did. And then from there, we sort of just moseyed on down the road, closer to the Quincy area where we were before, Ephrata by Moses Lake. And it was just sort of in some nondescript area by Crab Creek, out in the middle of nowhere. Locals would go out there and fish for bass. The crop duster would fly over occasionally. Deer would walk up to the van. They were freaking clueless. It was a cool place. And no complaints at all. It was nice. Ultimately, though, it's not the sequence of events that I'm going to remember. It's bits and pieces. It's things like this, the sky. It's the rolling green hills. It's the vibrant yellow wildflowers. It's the rich farmlands and the history around it. Even something as simple as watching a train go by is absolutely captivating to me. I mean, I've seen more sunsets in the last 6 weeks than I've seen in the last 20 years. We've camped on land like this, where the BLM has taken great care to preserve not only the structures and the history, but also the wildlife in the area. We even found our way to a working farm to have the van repaired. We had to get our steering gearbox replaced, and this is the guy that did it. I don't know about you, but I'd much rather wait for my truck to get repaired on a working farm than to be sitting in a nondescript waiting room somewhere. I think that'll about do it for the day. The next time that you see us, we'll be in a different location in Montana, something that I would consider to be a bit more fitting for a Montana visit / camping / adventure, if that makes sense. And perhaps we'll spend a little time talking about the van, give you a tour, a little bit of the history behind it, and overall just show you just how much I'm really not roughing it. So thanks again for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye now.